I am enough. I am Sarah LaJoy, and this is Becoming, a podcast about healing while holding it down, choosing softness after survival, and letting God rebuild what I thought I had to carry alone. If you're figuring it out in real time, you're in the right place. Let's become together. So this episode, it comes from a place of prayer. I've been asking God to show me what's truly mine to carry and what I need to release. And this is what he gave me. So let's talk about it. This episode is really about showing up for what you started. We love a good beginning, right? The new job, the new business, the new mindset, the new relationship. That I'm in my new era energy. But nobody talks about what it takes to keep those things alive. Starting something doesn't make it grow, staying with it does. And honestly, sometimes the hardest part isn't saying yes. It's continuing to say yes once the excitement fades. It's so easy to show up when it's new, but the real growth happens when it's quiet, when nobody's clapping, and when you're tired as hell. So picture this. It's the morning, kids are dropped off to school, I pull back up in the driveway, and the music's still playing. Nurture by Sabrina comes on. And I don't turn it down, I just sit there and I listen to the lyrics. And it's like somebody whispered, take care of what you love. And while playing that song, I just started talking to God. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I holding? What am I releasing? Like, what I gotta do here? And it's like clear as day. I felt it in my spirit. Everything, and it was like everything I gave you still needs you. And that one line humbled me because I realized some of the things I've been praying for, I already have. They're just waiting on me to nurture them again. When God puts something on your heart, like an idea, a goal, or a dream, it's on you to take care of it. And not just when it's easy, but when it's inconvenient. Consistency is the real test here. Not the post, not the announcement, the showing up. And here's what I've learned: the version of me that birthed it isn't the same version that has to raise it. Every new thing requires a new version of me, new boundaries, new discipline, new patience, new grace. And let me be honest with you, I haven't always been that great at it. I can start something, but staying consistent, honey, that's where I struggle. You know how many ideas or businesses, hell, even content creation that I've had? So many. So many things sitting in draft, so many things sitting in journals, just collecting dust. And things I was really excited about, I was passionate about. But it's all tucked away somewhere. And not because it wasn't good, not because God didn't give it to me, but because I stopped nurturing it. I let fear, distractions, and I'll just get back to it later. I let all that win. And you know what I realized? Some of the blessings that I've been praying for are sitting right in that pile, just waiting on me to pick them back up. Sometimes God isn't withholding, He's just waiting on us to return to what we already started. And that's the part that nobody talks about: returning. Because sometimes obedience doesn't mean starting over from scratch, it means finishing what you already began. And that's the real work of nurturing. You know, this podcast has really been teaching me what nurturing actually means. I didn't realize it at first, but it's just like mother. But just like I mother and nurture the babies that I birth, I have to do the same with my ideas, my creations, my podcasts. I show my kids love. I teach them discipline. I guide them when they need direction. I set boundaries when they test them. And through it all, I keep showing up, even when they frustrate me and even when it's not easy. And when I don't feel like I'm getting it right, every day I try again. And it hit me one day: this podcast, this purpose, this thing God told me to build, it deserves the same kind of care. I can't just birth it and expect it to grow on its own. I have to feed it, protect it, and stay consistent with it. Because I want it to reflect who I am, my heart, my faith, my lessons. Then it needs my presence, not just my ideas. It's deeper than content or numbers. It's motherhood in another form. It's God trusting me to raise something that can reach beyond my household, something that speaks to other people, other hearts. And then there's the flip side, knowing what's not yours. Because, honey, I used to pick up everything. If it was near me, I'll take it on. If someone needed me, I was there, no questions asked. But I had to learn not everything near me is assigned to me. And not everything that looks good is aligned with me. I remember praying, God, show me what's actually mine and help me stop carrying what's not. And baby, did he check me? What's yours will always recognize you. And that line has changed everything for me because I realized I was still showing up for things that had already expired. And here's what I know for sure: God will never call you to nurture something that requires you to neglect yourself. If it's draining you, breaking you, or pulling you away from peace, it's not your assignment. You can love people and still release them. You can pray for something or someone and still not be called to carry it. And that's maturity. That's peace. And honey, listen, I'm not talking from a perfect place because I've had to check myself too. I realized I've been faithful to people but inconsistent with purpose, meaning I'll show up for someone else, but sometimes I disappear when it's time to show up for me. And that hit deep because you can look productive and still be off purpose. You can be busy and still be empty. And I had to ask myself, am I being effective or just exhausted? Now I'm learning to get back in alignment, to do things that feed me, not just fill my day, to show up for what actually matters, quietly, faithfully, and without needing to post about it. Starting over doesn't mean that I failed. It just means I'm ready to do it right this time. That's what nurturing looks like right now for me. Quiet obedience. So let me ask you, what did you start that you stopped showing up for? What needs your attention again? And what has been waiting for you to come back with fresh focus and love? What are you holding that's not even yours to carry? Baby, what's costing you your peace? Because peace, it only comes from alignment. I can't keep saying I want balance if I keep choosing chaos. You can't nurture what's yours when your hands are full of what's not. In real life, this looks like setting boundaries, like for real, like saying no and not over explaining why. It looks like resting on purpose, not because you're tired, but because you finally understand that rest is holy. It's realizing that being capable doesn't mean you're called. Baby, that's not strength, that's survival. And I'm done surviving things that I pray to be free from. Sometimes God lets things feel heavy so you'll finally ask, wait, is this even mine? And when you put it down, you notice what is yours feels lighter because it finally has your full attention. That's peace. That's freedom. That's becoming. Baby, you're not behind. You're just being called back. Back to what you prayed for. Back to what you promised. Back to what you said mattered. Everything God gave you, honey, still needs you. Don't let what's yours collect dust while you chase what's next. Come home to your purpose. Come home to your peace. Baby, come home to you. And say it with me here. I take care of what's mine. I stop apologizing for letting go of what isn't. And I trust God to show me the difference. Baby, you're becoming. one day, one choice, and one act of faith at a time. Every voice I share, every story I tell, it's so she walks away with something. Remember, you are enough, and I love y'all real bad, real bad.